Landing in New Brunswick,
How do you like
Canada,
film
thanks to a
yourself
series
chilling
of
with your kids
photos
like
shared
that?
by a viewer, Anne Brown. Anne and her husband embarked on a visit to the Living History Museum 5 years ago, where they found themselves alone in an old
Thanks for the raid
house
again, man.
during a
Hope you're doing
tour.
well.
Captivated by a taxidermy parrot, Anne aimed to capture a clear photo without any reflections. However, upon reviewing their snapshots later, they spotted something truly eerie.
Truly eerie.
The couple was stunned to discover an unexplained figure in the glass's reflection. A figure that resembled neither of them. Despite their efforts to engage the staff in conversation about the unsettling image, their inquiries were met with indifference. The mysterious presence captured in the photo raises baffling questions about the history of King's Landing and the possibility of paranormal activity lurking within its walls. As the mystery persists, one can't help but wonder who or what was the unexpected guest in Anne and her husband's photograph.
Who was the bird? Are those birds just trying to get out? What's up, Yankee? How you doing, dude?
This next one was uploaded to the Instagram account Paranoid Normal. It's allegedly
flying
some
human.
camcorder footage from February 1987. The story goes that a man was on a 3-day trek through a wildlife reserve when he suddenly spotted something unusual. Taking out his camera, he managed to capture this.
Is there just like a coat flying away?
Looks to be a humanoid figure flying through the air.
What?
The man watches on in sheer terror. This footage has been doing the rounds lately on social media, and one main criticism it receives is that many people believe it's modern footage with a filter over it to make it look like it's from the late 1980s.
I don't believe this is
Some
real.
even believe it's just some cloth attached to a drone. So what do you think? Modern hoax or genuine old footage?
It doesn't look like genuine old
In
footage.
the comments down below.
It does not. It would be so much more like rusty. Especially the colors are way off.
Mysterious green laser sightings are sparking intrigue and speculation worldwide, with reports emerging from various corners of the globe. Following a segment we ran last week on a green laser sighted during a storm in Florida on January 8th, 2024, additional sightings are surfacing, leaving communities baffled and curious. Footage captured in Mexico on February 14th, 2024 reveals a steady green laser-like light on the horizon.
The colors, again, are fucked up.
While separate eyewitnesses document similar phenomena in Turkey.
What do you think it means, guys? What would happen if you go there?
As well as Cape Coral, USA. In Cape Coral, residents observe low-flying planes emitting green lasers, raising questions about their origin and purpose. Casey Sutton, a Cape Coral resident, recounts her encounter with the unusual spectacle, describing a plane maneuvering with a green laser beam scanning over her multiple times.
It was around midnight. I was actually in my car. I was just getting home, and I saw it going back and forth with a laser beam, and it scanned over me multiple times. It was scanning the whole area, every square footage, basically.
Similar sightings are reported by Philip Bertoglio and his wife Lisa, who observed the plane mapping areas with the green laser on consecutive nights.
When it came by, you could see
It's
the
the weed
green
laser.
like spread out, like it was mapping. We were told it was mapping the areas. What we were told.
Efforts to identify the source of these mysterious flights prove elusive. Despite inquiries into
Doesn't, like,
various
every
agencies
flight
and organizations,
have to be completely,
including
like,
local
registered and,
authorities
like-
and the US Geological Survey, no conclusive answers emerge. The plane responsible for the laser displays in Cape Coral is registered to Randigo LLC in Delaware, adding to the intrigue surrounding its activities. While theories abound regarding the nature of these sightings, ranging from mapping and data collection to more speculative explanations such as extraterrestrial activity or clandestine government operations, concrete answers remain elusive. In the absence of definitive explanations, concerned residents like Casey Sutton take matters into their own hands, purchasing tools like flight radar to track the elusive aircraft. However, even with access to flight data, the ownership and purpose of the planes remain shrouded in mystery. The lack of transparency from relevant agencies, including the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, only adds to the intrigue surrounding these puzzling phenomena. As speculation runs rampant and curiosity reaches a fever pitch, communities are left to ponder the true nature of these green lasers and the aircraft that emit them.
Yeah, this is part of his video. I gotta admit, at least this ad isn't just like yelling at you. There's like gameplay. Kind of interesting.
In the pre-dawn hours of 1996, atop the legendary Oliver's Castle, a young man named John Whaley embarked on a journey that would etch his name into the annals of paranormal lore.
Annals.
Armed with nothing but a video camera and a sense of curiosity, he settled in for the night, unaware of the extraordinary events that lay ahead. As the first light of dawn broke the darkness, an eerie humming sound pierced the stillness, rousing him from his sleep and signaling the beginning of what could be another worldly encounter. Take a look at what John Whaley caught on camera.
What are they
crop
doing?
circle, intricate and elaborate, materializes in the valley below. It was a sight that would shake the foundations of belief and challenge the limits of human understanding. But as word of the extraordinary footage spread,
Why?
so too did skepticism and doubt. Accusations of tampering and trickery flew, casting a shadow over the young man's remarkable discovery. Yet, amidst the clamour of disbelief, experts struggled to explain away the inexplicable, unable to reconcile the complexity of the phenomenon with the simplicity of a hoax. Despite the controversy, the bizarre footage continued to captivate minds and inspire debate. For the young man behind the camera, however, the attention proved overwhelming. Faced with relentless scrutiny and the weight of public fascination, he chose to retreat from the spotlight, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery. Here's a quick and weird one submitted by one of our viewers, Superman80782, over on our subreddit.
The face.
The user
It's just some
claims
guy
they were
looking out his
walking by an
window.
abandoned house in Akron, Ohio, when they decided to take a quick snap. When they glanced at their photo, they were spooked by what they were seeing. There appears to be a face in the window.
Looks kind of familiar.
But what is it? Could it be a squatter, a ghost, or is it just pareidolia? Let me know where you land on this strange little photo in the comments down below. Before we take a look at some strange home security footage, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos.
Keep you in the loop.
Recently, a viewer known as Dino Cub 1 shared a perplexing video with our team, prompting a deeper dive into the realm of the unexplained. The footage, captured by an automatic home security camera, shows a bizarre event involving what appear to be orbs darting through the air.
Yeah, just the dude making crop
According
circles.
to the OP, the footage was recorded
I do
in
remember
the new
that.
house of their rehomed cat.
It's not
following a
very
session of
mysterious.
spiritual healing administered by the homeowner's mother. The subsequent night, the camera detected a flurry of luminous orbs swirling around the room.
The cat does not care.
One striking aspect of the video is the erratic movement of the orbs, which seems to rule out mundane causes such as dust or insects. Additionally, the phenomenon reportedly occurred over multiple nights during the early hours, lasting only a few minutes before vanishing without a trace. But what exactly are orbs, particularly in the context of the paranormal?
What are
Paranormal
orbs?
investigation, orbs are often defined as spherical, translucent anomalies that appear in photographs or videos. While some attribute them to natural phenomena like dust, moisture, or lens flare, others believe they signify the presence of spirits or other supernatural entities. As for the footage provided by our viewer, the presence of multiple orbs exhibiting complex
It looks like one of those
movements raises
lights
intriguing
that,
questions
like, put
about their origin.
Designs on your
Could it
ceiling
be
when
a
you turn the
genuine
lights off.
encounter with the paranormal, or is there a rational explanation yet to be uncovered?
It's ghosts.
Now, in case you haven't heard the awesome news, we've launched a brand new second channel. If you want to see the latest episode,
No. Man. Did McCartney die in 1966? I saw a funny one today. Bill put out a new video.
We love the Oregon Zoo, but some habitats need critical
yeah.
upgrades. The Oregon Zoo Bond will help
Look at that
maintain
guy.
the highest standards for animals and visitors without raising our taxes. Vote yes on the Oregon Zoo Bond, a better zoo for animals and you.
Discovered I got a flat tire and no one
Yo,
can
how many
help.
ads do I
It
have to
pays
fucking
be
watch?
prepared. Keep this in your glove box.
Hey, is it possible this is a real man that Batman is based on?
What do you think, based on what he just said? This is 100% real.
Or is this just a myth, as in big fat fake? I've got the answer to that flying mammal mystery, plus answers on a couple other things that you guys are interested in. Like this picture that claims to show the rare Algerian gorilla fish, and this
What?
picture that some people want us to believe is the origin of the back rooms. What's up, Jeff? Hey guys, Bill here. Now, I don't know about you, but Batman has always been one of my favorite superheroes. I
Batman.
like the fact that he's a more complicated
It's-
character than, say,
Bill, you're already using AI.
Superman or Spider-Man. Batman is a crime fighter, but he also has a dark side that makes him more of a vigilante
I mean, we
than
got, like,
anything else. And well,
few seconds
I like
into the
that.
video.
But anyway, enough of that. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a picture that claims to show the real guy that Batman is based on. The picture was sent in by Mr. Ellis, who wrote, "Hey Bill, does this picture actually show Scotsman Wayne Bruce, the inspiration for
Oh my
Batman?"
God.
Mr. Ellis, you know, I have never heard of a Scotsman named Wayne Bruce, but then again, Batman had to come from somewhere, right? So let's take a
No.
look.
Yeah,
A quick
someone
look around
imagined
the internet
him.
turned up a whole bunch of posts about this. It
Yeah, that looks like
it
a very-
started, with this post on
very
X
reputable
from
guy.
@Python, who wrote,
Little known fact that Scotsman Wayne Bruce, descendant of Robert the Bruce, was the inspiration of the Batman comics.
Another post from @the Jeff Putnam adds some other important information.
Wayne, who would wear a disguise and used his inheritance to take on the criminals in the 1880s.
Twitter
This is
verified.
also why
Has to
Glasgow
be.
was used
He
to
would
depict
never
the
lie.
Batman films
They don't
as
just
a
give those
homage
away,
to the
guys.
true
They don't just
origin
give those
story.
badges away to
Searching a
people who
little
pay
further, I
$8.
found an actual news article from a
Right, you
Scottish
can't just get
newspaper
those.
called The Scotsman, published in 2017, confirming there was a Scottish influence behind the creation of Batman. In this story, they claim the original Wayne Bruce got his name from two famous Scotsmen. The last name comes from a famous Scottish soldier named Wayne.
Wayne's
It's
bravery and
just a
tactical
picture of
ingenuity
George
saw him
Washington.
rise through the ranks to brigadier general, and he led several successful battles against British forces, including Monmouth and Stony Point.
Now, as far as the name Bruce goes, this newspaper confirms what the posters on X are saying. Wayne Bruce's given name was inspired by Scottish king and national icon Robert the Bruce. The newspaper then goes on to say that Mr. Kane, in his autobiography, said he always thought it would be appropriate that his billionaire Batman would come from nobility. So that's kind of a tell, don't you think? So what do you guys think? Do you think this picture really does show a guy named Wayne Bruce who was a crime fighter in the 1880s, and he became the inspiration for Bruce Wayne, aka Batman? Or do you think we're all sort of victims of some kind of hoax going on here where, you know, somebody created this fake thing?
Real? You guys think it's real?
AI and delivered to us nothing more than a big fat fake, okay? Now,
200%
the
real.
third option, as some of you already know, is we don't really have a solid answer. So in that case, you go with unknown.
No way. It's a really
So here's what I want you to do.
Wikipedia
Think about
form.
it. Go off, do research, call your friends, get a lifeline, whatever. Then come back here and tell everybody what your official decision is.
It's not this
Real,
guy.
fake,
I feel like it'd be a pretty
or
common
unknown,
name, right?
Okay? I'll be back in just a few with the official answer. Hey, while we're waiting for everybody to do their research and make up their minds and yell their answer out to the world,
Bill
let's
is
take a look at a couple other things.
him an
that
Eric
came in
character. I'm
recently.
convinced.
First up is this picture sent in by Shadow Dragon and claims to show a very rare catch called the Algerian gorilla fish. Shadow, I think your email just said Photoshop, right? Well, not necessarily. I mean, despite the fact that this thing has nostrils and not gills, tells me this picture isn't legit. But whether it's
Oh, that was a real
Photoshop or
general?
not, that is a whole other question because, you know, nowadays we have this other thing called AI. Yeah. Well, I did a lot of digging around on this picture, and everything that I found told me that what we're looking at here is an AI creation. And therefore, it is, you guessed it, fake. Next up is this picture from Nicholas Seragino. It claims to be the latest and greatest evidence of where the back rooms were originally
Shut the
located.
fuck up.
Nicholas, you know, the first thing we got to ask ourselves about the back rooms is, are they actually
Why would it be full of
real?
fucking
And
furniture?
As far as I know, I don't think anybody has a smoking gun answer on that, except for maybe the person who first started publishing about the back rooms, and this person has not come forward to say anything. That being said, this photo does come from a video by Brugli on his YouTube channel. Brugli spends the entire video trying to break down this picture from an old furniture shop that looks pretty similar to
No,
the back rooms.
it
Let's
doesn't.
take a listen to what he has to say.
The first thing I noticed is that the two walls in the front are very, very similar in shape.
Well, it has
and in
walls.
size
It has a
as the original
ceiling.
picture. Also, the lights in the ceiling are around the same spot. It seems more likely that an image like this, or even if it is this image, could have been the original base picture with some edits done to it to get to back rooms.
Brugli makes a lot of good points about the similarity between these
But
two
that's like the
spaces,
point of the back
but
rooms.
me
Is it looks
personally,
like
you know,
it could be anywhere.
I'm
I
just
feel like
not
it's
buying
not.
it because, you know, I've been to a lot of
That same
furniture
setup is
stores,
just everywhere.
and I've never seen a furniture store looks like it's in the basement of an office building, you know, with no windows or anything like that.
But I think
Plus
isn't that the
fact
whole point of the
there's
back rooms?
nobody
Is
in
like
the furniture
ambiguous,
store also tells me,
fucking empty
you know,
rooms.
something's
Like it
wrong.
could be
But
anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just my opinion. I have no solid smoking gun proof on this one. And because I don't have that, we're going to have to leave this one. Yeah, that's right. Unknown.
Shut up, Bill. It's not unknown. Yeah. I guess this one doesn't have people yelling at you either, but it sucks. This doesn't even look fun.
Okay, now that we got those monumental mysteries out of the way, what do you say we get back to our headliner about this picture of a guy supposedly named Wayne Bruce, who is the man that our modern day Batman is based on? Well, I've got the official answer right here, so what do you say we find out what it says, huh? It'd be kind of cool if it was real, because, you know, if it was real, we'd have another movie like right away. You know, we could do the original Batman Wayne Bruce, right? Going around as a crime fighter in the 1880s. I mean, come on, seriously.
That sounds boring as fuck.
You know, he wouldn't have a Batmobile, but he would have a Bat buggy. You know, you could do some cool things with a Bat buggy. Anyway, so, oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
he's just
I do
got
have
his
some
fake
good
newsroom
news for you, and well, depending on which way you voted, but the good news is
you just have to imagine it's your dad.
Wayne Bruce,
just like
that is
messing around on the internet.
AI, ladies and gentlemen, that is not AI. It is, for the first time in a long time, a real picture. So we're on a roll. Let me double check here what the ultimate answer is. Yep. All right. Are you ready? Think you got it right? Okay, here we go. The official answer is fake. As it turns out, this is not a picture of a man named Wayne Bruce, nor does it have anything to do with the origins of Batman.
Sorry,
in reality,
guys.
This picture comes from an art and photography website called Foto Morbidelli in Italy. In fact, it was from Milano. It was created by Andrea and Carlo Morbidelli as part of a series of creations featuring people from the past wearing strange masks.
Wow.
Now, why they're into that, I have no idea, but hey, it's art, right, people? This picture was called Bat Barone and was created in 2012. Okay, so now you might be asking yourself, well, if this guy in this picture is not the origin of Batman, then what is? Well, according to the obituary of Batman's co-creator,
I guess the guy who created him created him.
A big part of the idea for Batman comes from three main sources. The first is a movie called The Mark of Zorro. Here, listen to what this movie's about.
The Mark of Zorro tells the story of Don Diego Vega, a wealthy landowner's son who appears unassuming. In reality, Diego is secretly Zorro, a masked vigilante fighting for justice against the
Isn't it kind of like
governor and his men.
Anna Monte Cristo?
The second source was a radio show called The Shadow.
The Shadow is the secret identity of Lamont Cranston, a wealthy man by day. By night, he hunts down criminals the police can't touch.
I'm starting to see a pattern here, aren't you? I mean, this is the real stuff. This is where Batman came from. The third influence on Kane was a 1930 movie called The Bat Whispers. In this movie, there's a character called the Bat, who is a notorious criminal. He doesn't fight crime, but he does wear a bat cape and can be seen throughout the movie making poses that remind us of our modern day Batman. So guys, as you can see, Mr. Kane and his partner didn't find, Batman based on the Scottish lore or something like that. What they did is what a lot of artists do, which is they took a little bit from here and they took a little bit from there and they mushed it all together. And by doing that, they came up with one of the most famous superheroes.
Why is he on the moon? Why is he bigger than the Earth?
Hey, before I go today, let's take a look at this week's favorite fake of the week. This week's winner goes to this picture, claiming to show a modern fighter jet providing close air support for Union troops during the Civil War. Now, if that isn't an idea for a time travel movie, I don't know what is. See you next time. Hey, don't go away just
Yeah, we had
yet.
F-15s
There are a
back
whole
then.
lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.
and ironclad steamers, or whatever the fuck they were.
Hi, we're Visible. We're the wireless company with nothing to hide. Seriously, hidden fee.
Hey, is it possible this picture proves there's a place in Canada where there's a no gravity zone? Or is this just another internet hoaxster hoping to fake us out? I've got the answer to that little physics mystery.
There is something in the Hudson Bay,
items, like this picture,
Canada, where the gravity is less strong.
Blue. And this strange video
because of the way the ice melted, the meteor hit there and stuff. It's really weird.
Hey guys, Bill here. You know, we humans have been interested in gravity. Gravity, like makes things fall to the earth for a very long time. From the ancient Greeks to modern science, we've struggled to understand it and, more importantly, have a big desire to overcome it. Governments and businesses have spent billions of dollars trying to find ways to overcome gravity, but as far as I know, nobody's really come up with a solid answer in that department. But maybe we're actually looking a little too hard in the laboratory when we should be looking a little harder in the real world, where there might actually be spots where there is no gravity. Take, for instance, this post sent in by Shadow Dragon. It claims there's a place in Canada where there's less gravity than on the rest of the planet. The picture that comes with the post shows a woman floating in the air.
Yeah, you can just do that there.
Shadow, from the moment I saw your email, I just knew we had to do an investigation on this one, so let's check it out. Taking a closer look at the post,
it's like very insignificant.
In Canada called Hudson Bay.
It's not like
what I did then was I hit the internet.
It's in the water, isn't it?
Around.
I think it has more to do with the
Hudson Bay
body of water.
A big bay on the northeastern coast of Canada. Looks like a nice place, but I don't know why there would be less gravity there than the rest of the planet. When I started trying to search both Hudson Bay and gravity in the same search, well, this picture did come up a lot, but so did a lot of other web pages, and a lot of them had some, solid answers on them. But hey, before I tell you what I found out, I want to know what you think, okay? Now, if you think that girl in the picture is, kind of really...
Also, Bill is like a world traveler. He's like very rich.
Less gravity than the rest of the planet, then go with
I don't know what he did for a living.
On the other hand, you think, oh my God, somebody made this up in Photoshop, or the girl was falling out of a tree.
He has an entire newsroom behind him. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Well, then we go with fake. And as a third option, if you don't think there is a solid smoking gun answer in here, then you know what we do then? We go with unknown, okay? So think about it, do some research, yell out your answers so everybody knows where you stand, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's a lot of those like roadside gravity anomaly places. Some of them are like
come up with an answer they can shout out to the world.
Barely based on anything. Some are like kind of some science
man.
I guess.
This picture, it was sent in by Night Plays Games, who wants to know if this blue watermelon is real.
That looks like it's like 20 years old.
Because, there are a lot of weird watermelon stories out there. In fact, I think on the channel here, did we do square watermelons? Yeah, I think we did. And those turned out to be real. So, hey, why not?
Now, his videos don't really get a lot of views on them anymore. He used to get like millions, I think. He just does this for fun now.
It led me to a
vendor more than 10K, I feel like.
Amazon
newer ones
that is actually selling seeds to grow blue watermelons. So I guess that makes it real. Well,
yeah, as I say, that picture looks like it's like from 2004. It looks like a Nintendo 64 ad or something like that.
I noticed there was not much more than 1-star reviews, unless there was 0 stars. And to explain what that's all about, well, let's just read a few of the comments from the verified purchasers. One person wrote, "This is a scam. Nothing has happened to these seeds. I want my money back." Or how about this one? The guy says, "Just to let you know, there are no watermelons that are blue in color, let alone heirloom non-GMO. Check it out before you buy. I didn't, but researched it after the fact. But I was given a refund immediately with no
Yeah. Thank God. I got my $11 back.
Well, I've seen a lot of weird stuff on this show, over the years, but this kind of takes it to a whole new level because
Why?
in this particular case, not only is the notion that there are blue watermelons out there fake, but now we have a vendor on Amazon in the clear light of day selling this fake idea, making money off this fake idea to gullible customers. So I don't know. Maybe what we should do.
Bill, I wonder if you have ever done anything like
do
that.
something, like maybe send a letter to Amazon. Maybe if we all got together, wrote in, they would take this thing down. So I'll tell you what, let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you want to do a letter writing campaign or an email campaign, let me know. I'll find an address where we can send these emails and let you know next time.
Bill's just like, we could kill this guy.
Crazy video. It was
Let's
sent in
fucking
by
kill him.
somebody who goes by the name Jesus Christ, who wants to know if this is real or not. Mr. Christ, the video was posted by @PMC Africa and tells us very little about these big people other than just asking where they went. So let's take a look.
In the
Well,
early
Jesus
20th
said
century
so.
on
I
the
believe him.
island of Maupiti in French Polynesia, myth spoke of a race of gentle giants who lived in harmony with the land, safeguarding the island and its inhabitants from outside threats.
Yeah, say the AI is getting a lot better.
How do I put this? Methinks this might be the result of a good prompt on Midjourney or some other AI image generator out there. But we need some proof here. So how do we find some proof? I know. Let's take a closer look at the video without the sound or anything like that, and then maybe we can see one of those AI mistakes. Well, actually, there is an AI mistake that I want to tell you about that I saw without.
I've never seen anyone post anything this dumb on
Here it
Twitter.
is. On this particular giant, the AI generator
that looks
made
awful.
a mistake and produced 2 hands instead of 1, and well, that's just sloppy. So the answer on this one is definitely fake-o-rama. All right, now that we got those giant-sized real or fakes out of the way, what do you say we get back to our original focus on this episode, and that is this girl
Scientify. It's like the dumbest. What does that even mean?
A spot where there is no gravity, or at least a lot less gravity, and you can kind of float around a little bit. So let's get this open right here, and let's see what we have, because from the moment
someone put in like
story, I wanted it to be
rock
real because,
in that movie into the AI
I
generator.
don't
They're like, can you
really
make me
live
a
that
giant
too
version
far
of
from there. I mean, I
Dwayne
could virtually
Johnson
get
and
far
Mayo
away.
or whatever the fuck that movie was?
And
What was
I
it called?
could take a gravity vacation. I mean, how cool is that?
I guarantee you Dwayne Johnson
there
had
are
something to
people
do with
that
it.
do it now. Okay, they go up in those planes and then the
Lana.
plane nosedives, and then you float around in there for a little while and you get to experience it. But how many people get to do that?
I've watched
right? Or how
the
many people
part
get
where
to
The
go up to
Rock
the space
sings
station?
like the
Maybe
intro
this one would be
a bunch of times, but I've never seen the movie.
So let's see what we got here. Oh wow, this answer is long. Yeah. Well, guys, yeah. It's been a while since
Definitely a
I
new
read
one
this
every
the first
time.
and it's a little complicated.
How would he know?
Let me explain it to you this way, okay? The picture of the girl floating, well, that is, unfortunately, fake, right? That's a fake photo. But here's the deal. Hold on. The claim that there is a place in Canada where there is less gravity, maybe not zero gravity, but less gravity than the rest of the planet. Well, guess what? That turns out to be real. As it turns out, Hudson Bay has slightly less gravity than the rest of the planet due to 2 main factors, which are called post-glacial rebound and mantle convection. You know what those are, right? Everybody knows. Well, I don't, so I had to look it up.
The water just starts floating away.
The first one, post-glacial rebound, has to do with the fact that, during the last ice age, we had these huge ice sheets covering almost all of Canada, if not all of it. And we're talking about ice sheets that are like a mile and a half,
sick.
2 miles deep.
Yo,
Can you imagine
Panda.
how much that weighs? Well, it squeezes
Is that
the
10
land
months, dude?
down.
Hope you're well.
But then, when the planet warms up and the glaciers melt up, that crust, that earthly crust underneath the ice begins to rise. So if you stand on it and you're being lifted up, well, that
Yeah, this
means
is
that your
kind of
gravity
fascinating, though. I
is
love this.
just a little bit less.
I mean, you could have a
than
very
it was
much more
now, as
verbose
far as the mantle
explanation.
convection goes, even when I read it, I don't really get it. It's like,
It's pretty cool.
It says the slow movement of the Earth's mantle can cause variations in mass distribution, leading to slight gravitational differences across the planet. Okay, well, you heard
Oh my
it here
god, he
first.
says anything.
So, guys, here's the bottom line: don't waste your time going to Hudson Bay, because when you get there, you're not going to feel any lighter. You know why? The official scientific measurement is
Why does that mean? What is that picture?
0.05% less gravity there than the rest of the planet. So, doesn't look like a good option to go there for a gravity vacation. I guess the only other option is we've got to start saving our money and hopefully be able to get on a space plane. Woo! Yeah, baby.
What?
Hey, don't go anywhere just yet, because 2 weeks in a row, I am doing my favorite fake of the week. The video doesn't have a name, but it shows the Joker performing at a large outdoor concert. But guess what?
Bill.
This whole thing is a really clever AI, as in artificial intelligence job, covering up a
Bill,
real
come
video.
on, man.
Now, the
I mean, I
real
guess he's
video
saying
here
it's fake.
was of
He's like
Lil
saying
Yachty doing
right away
his
it's
thing
fake, but
at a concert. Here's the original video of Lil Yachty, and here's the
I feel like it doesn't take much more than a 7-year-old to
as it
realize this
turns
is not
out,
real.
This is really easy to do, and you can even do it with yourself if you want to. All you have to do is go to this site called Vigo. I have nothing to do with these people.
It's called a
I heard
fucking
it from
green
somewhere
screen, bro.
and so I'm just telling you in case you are interested. See you next week. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and
A lot of
click
people
on
use
one.
that NVIDIA OBS filter to make it so you don't even need to use a green screen. The filter will just take all the stuff out behind you. I'm sure you guys have seen that a few times. It's cool, but it still looks kind of like shit. I'd much rather use just a green screen. All right. How about zombies are real? You haven't heard of them? They will get you. How about we get into some strange shit? Some fucked up shit. I'm getting the hiccups.
I am stunned and honored to be alive to see the coming of Darwin Mark II.
Shut the fuck up.
This happened when I was around 7 years old. My parents have been divorced since I was 4, and I stayed with my mom. 3 years later, when my mom got married again, we moved out of our small apartment and rented a bigger one. It was pretty nice. It had a huge living room.
Sometimes when I
that was
talk too much,
connected
I
to
get
the kitchen
hiccups.
with no doors, so I could see the inside of the kitchen while
just
I
what
was
it's from.
sitting in the living room. As we were about to spend our first night in the new apartment, I decided to stay in the living room alone and watch some TV before going to bed. 1 or 2 hours later, I finally got tired and began dozing off. However, as soon as I began to fall asleep, I started hearing noises coming from the kitchen. It sounded as if the cabinets were opening, the plates were being moved around, and knives were being sharpened. At first, I thought that my mom was in the kitchen, but when I opened my eyes and turned
Mom was in the
around,
kitchen,
there was no
waiting
one
to
there.
start bitching.
I even got up and went to the kitchen, and as I turned on the lights, everything was in its place. So I tried going back to sleep. But after all that, I kept waking up due to several nightmares. Sometimes I would even beg my stepdad to stay with me until I fell asleep, but he didn't hear any noises coming from the kitchen, and didn't take me too seriously. Well, this went on until we started smelling something weird inside the living room.
Something
It
weird.
wasn't as bad at first, but as the days went by, the stench got worse. It smelled as if something was rotting. We turned the whole house upside down trying to find the source of it, until
What do you
we
think it is?
realized it was coming from the wall.
My
We
dad just
figured
cooked
that
really
a rat
bad
or
stew.
something died inside the wall. So we hired someone to get that thing out of there. But what the guy told us was shocking. There was no space in the wall. It was all brick. Furthermore, the only thing that was behind the wall was the outside. At that moment, my parents remembered the noises I heard and the nightmares. They asked a priest to come visit us and pray for the house. So when he arrived at our house, he prayed and sprayed some holy water around, but it didn't seem to do anything. A few weeks later, my mom went into labor and had my baby brother. He would cry so much in his sleep that his face would often turn blue and red.
What the fuck?
Crying at night is usually common behavior for babies, but this was more extreme. My parents were both sleep deprived, and the living room still reeked of something rotten, like a dead body. So I had to sleep in my stepdad's office room. We couldn't stand being there anymore, so the next day we asked a psychic for help. When she came into our house, she walked around with one of those aroma sticks. The smoke was grayish white as she walked from room to room, but as soon as she entered the living room, it turned black. She then started reading some prayers and spells and told us that someone was killed in this apartment. She also said that the ghosts were feeling uncomfortable with our presence, and they especially didn't like kids. Then she pointed at me and my baby brother. After she left our home, we were all terrified. So my parents called the person who we rented the apartment from and confronted him about what we just learned. To our surprise, he confessed that it was true and apologized for giving us that haunted apartment for a very cheap price. After that, we moved out and the paranormal activity was not experienced again. However, this memory gives me chills up to this day.
To this
I've got a problem that I'm pretty sure you can help me with. Yes, you will be paid for helping me. Actually,
An ad at the end of the video? I haven't seen that many times. All right. How about...
I was on a road trip with my friend Tom throughout upstate New York. On our second night of driving, we were taking some peaceful back road through the woods because we were tired of the noisy highway. So as we were driving down this narrow, dilapidated road, Tom suddenly really needed to use the bathroom. I asked him if he could hold it, but he said that if he held it any longer, his bladder would explode. So I just sighed and tried to find like a gas station or something. There was nothing to be seen though, so I was thinking about pulling over and letting him piss in the woods, but finally I saw lights cutting through the darkness up ahead. It was a 7-Eleven, thank God. Before I'd even parked the car, Tom flew out the door and raced inside. I realized while waiting in the dark car I was actually hungry, so
I'm
I pulled out
hungry.
some change from my pocket. It would at least be enough for a bag of crappy Cheetos or something. So then I went inside. As I was walking through the store examining everything on the shelves, I felt a tingly feeling on my neck, like I was being watched. I turned around and saw a bearded man in a yellow suit casually slip into the other aisle. I rolled my eyes, picked up a bag of Cheez-Its, purchased them, and walked out back to my car, looking at the dark woods behind the 7-Eleven.
The 7-Elevens in the middle of nowhere are the nicest ones.
Tom had been gone
Where you
forever,
want to go.
so I texted him and he told me he was just finishing taking a huge shit, which was classic Tom.
Oh, cool.
I was just crunching on my Cheez-Its when I heard somebody go, "Psst. Psst." I quickly looked around but saw nobody.
Over here.
Finally, I spotted a man peeking his head around a tree in the dark woods. His face was all dirty, and he had glassy eyes.
He had red eyes.
We
Isn't
stood
that really
staring at
normal?
each other for what seemed like the longest time, until he said, "Come over here. I want to show you something." Hell no. I got in my car and locked the doors, texting Tom to hurry the fuck up.
Hell
I told
no.
him there was a creepy weirdo outside the car, and he was all like, "Alright, be right over." Later on, he walked out the doors and climbed into the car, and I hit the gas to get as far away from that fucking place as possible. As we were driving, I looked back one last time in the rearview mirror and saw 3 cloaked, bulky men standing in the trees surrounding the 7-Eleven. Needless to say, I still have no idea what the hell was going on at that place, nor do I ever want to find out.
Never again. Why do you get like such bizarre recommendations at the end of these videos? My true horror story of sock. I don't know if I know what that means. Another like bizarre ad. Yo, Navitron. Thank you for that 4 months, dude. What's going on? I was like, what the fuck is the music?
When I was 12 years old, my family and I moved to a new house. Even though it was a beautiful house,
I mean,
I was scared of it.
they're stupid stories on
my
YouTube.
parents' room.
What do you expect?
I used to have awful dreams where I would enter that specific room only to see a dark shadow staring at me.
At least they're like original
It was a tall
characters
shadow.
and stories
It
and not
seemed
just
like a
like
man,
fucking
but I never saw his
assets
face
and
since his
characters
whole
ripped
being
off
was
from
just pitch
children's
black.
shows and games.
I would close the door to my room since my parents' room was in front of mine and I could easily see their room from my bed. One night, I woke up from what seemed like a dreamless sleep, feeling that someone was staring at me. At first, I couldn't see anything. But after my eyes got used to the dark, I saw 2 things. First, my door was open, which wasn't normal since I always closed it at night. And second, there was the shadow I often saw.
Yeah, I
in
think
my
that would be a little
nightmares.
bit more pressing.
This time, it wasn't in my parents' room.
That's true. The Grinch
It was
one
in
does
front
kind of
of
stand
my
out.
room, just staring at me. I was so scared. I couldn't break eye contact.
But otherwise, he
and
doesn't.
after
This person
what
doesn't
seemed
use a
like
lot of
hours,
their
finally the
weird
shadow
characters
stopped
like
staring
that.
at me and walked to my brother's room. After that, I can't remember when I got back to sleep, but only remember waking up, and since then, everything seemed normal. I thought it was only a nightmare and brushed it off. A couple years later, my family and I moved to another
What's up with this
state,
fucking
but we kept
garage?
the house as a place to visit during the holidays.
Can you draw me a house,
One
please?
day, my uncle
Yeah,
had
sure.
a nasty fight with his wife, and he asked my parents if he could stay at our old house for some time. My parents said yes. So he temporarily moved there for a while. And one day, we visited him for the holidays, and while we were talking,
It's just like the
he
house
asked
appeared in the middle of
if I
nowhere
ever
one day.
dreamt of creepy shadows in front of my room.
Let's just build a house in this
My
field
parents
with no
laughed,
driveway.
Since they knew nothing of what I had seen, I stayed quiet. That night, I talked to my uncle and explained to him what I had seen and what I thought was a nightmare. I was really scared since I had told no one about that nightmare. He listened to me, and after a while, he explained he had seen the same thing just staring at my room.
You didn't tell
After
anyone?
that, my uncle talked to my parents, and we never visited that house again. My uncle moved
Yeah, it's weird you
back
say
with
that.
me,
I saw
and
someone looking
after
in
a
your
religious
window the other
ceremony
night.
to cleanse it, my parents put the house in the market. However, to this day, the house remains unsold. Even though the shadow never hurt any of us physically, I still panic whenever I remember how that thing stared at me, how I felt that there was nothing I could do against it. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Yeah, the Wansi recommendation is always kind of crazy. My brother saw it, but he didn't say anything. He was mad at me. Yo, Last Hazard. You've got 8 months, dude. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Well, what do you guys feel like watching? Just got an ad here that says what to do if your indoor cat vomits. Interesting. Some romantic comedies. All right, you got it.
Hey, it's me, your boy Tony Cabarabi. We're down here at the vape convention in Syracuse, New York, and it's me, #1 vape man who love to jerk off. Let's talk about vape and get poop.
Banana ice cream topped with fresh strawberries.
Raspberry peach preserve, man.
Mango peach.
This is like 7 years ago, too.
Mine is all ice cream flavor.
Ice cream? Yeah, all right. I feel very connected to the spirituality when I am vaping with somebody, when my cloud connects with another person's cloud. What is that?
Oh, this is a pendant I got from a music festival I was at.
Dude, I swear to God, you stare at that thing fucking long enough, you're going to be sucked into heaven or some shit, and you're fucking up there with ghosts and shit, right? And then it's like, oh, give me that. I'm fucking all scared and shit, right? I actually think that there should be a late-night talk show centered around vaping, hosted by Vince Vaughn.
You know how many people have died from vaping?
0. Checking out the vapes.
Thousands.
Got my man over here all fucked up on vapes. Do you get any caloric intake from that? You know what I mean? Because that tastes like it's like I'm eating a big
Caloric
piece of cake
intake.
there, man. Come on, are you for real? Have you thought about maybe like doing like a piss vape?
No.
You should think about it. I didn't try it. I smelled it. And I was like, that actually smells kind of good. I wish wine tasted like Sprite.
We're trying to like go to like all the spectrums of the like the whole field and everything like that because like we're trying to appeal to everyone, you know.
You gotta have different things in your life. You can't be stuck on one thing. It's like me personally in my life. My ex-girlfriend. I can't believe I'm saying ex. Last night she told me that she hates the way I taste and that she wished she had never met me. She woke me up in the middle of the night by puking in my face. And then I looked up and my best friend was jerking off and watching, and then I tried to get up and I was tied to the bed and he fucked her in the mouth pretty bad. But there's a lot of good flavors here today, and we're gonna hopefully try them all. Her name's Katie. Her name's Katie. I was gonna propose to her, but so where could people find out more about your products? It feels like, when is this pain gonna end? You know.
Sometimes you gotta try to, not think about it too much. Bury it a little bit.
She said her biggest regret was that I was born.
She's bringing down your self-esteem and your confidence.
Yeah, I don't. I hate the way I feel.
It's like asking
I've been
for
thinking about
advice.
it the whole time. Thank God the vaping here has kind of distracted me a little bit. How something can go from so good one day, so good one day.
I just want to help him.
To just literally a living nightmare the next, and I have to go on and do my job and come here and.
He's trying to get away. This is like too many games.
Imagine if one day everybody in the world got high, what would happen?
Everyone would be peaceful.
Swear to God, it looks like this.
There would be no war, and it would just be a one big relaxing day.
Nobody would throw bricks at anyone or anything?
Nothing like that. It'd be a big old sigh of relief.
I actually wish that I could be a vape cloud sometimes.
I thought this was the Too Many Games Convention Center the first time I saw this. It actually might be. This might be the Phoenixville Convention Center. Not even joking. I think it actually might be.
Well, there you have it. We went down to Vape Simon. We tasted all the goofy flavors, and hopefully my life will get better. Imagine trying to get back in the hospital with a dead uncle in your arms.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Kit Kat foot? No?
2020 for the past 2 years, I've been catching thousands of birds down at the park. This is a direct message to Governor Combe. Governor Combe, you got to open up the state of New York. I'm tired of being inside, dude. We have had enough. We have had enough. Dude, open up! Open up. I'm tired of this quarantine bullcrap. I have been planning Birdfest 2020 for the past 2 years. I've been catching thousands of birds down at the parks. Birdfest 2020 is an incredible collection of music and birds, and the birds that we have collected are out of sane. These birds are gooses, sparrows, toucans, chickens, ostriches, soprano bird, the crow from The Crow, and the world's most scariest seagull, Avianto. And I've been in the house for too long, and we gotta get this going, okay? Please. Please! I got a plan to reopen the economy. We got plenty of luxury condos that are completely unoccupied in New York State. All we need to do is put AI bots inside of them, and the AI bots can order shoes off of Zappos. The AI bots then return the shoes, and we just keep this cycle going forever and ever, and the economy will continue. If you need help, then you are a little fucking bitch. Don't ask for fucking help, okay? If you do not reopen this state in 24 hours, I will be forced to form an army of cousins to go down and break into your house and beat the shit out of you.
Please do not be negative towards sports. Hurts.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere X350 lawn
This is
tractor.
part of the video.
Everybody's sitting around not doing fucking shit, and you while the markets are in turmoil. That's why I come down here, Wall Street, and I'm handing out free homemade Powerade to all the stockbrokers. I made some Powerade so that they can get the stocks up. We got to get this shit up. We can't be fucking around. It's gonna be fucking something else. It is a fucking new day.
This is the first video I ever saw that he made.
Out to all the stockbrokers. This is this green and water that I mixed together, and I worked out over it to give the power into the aid. That's good. Yeah. Homemade Powerade, guys. I made homemade Powerade. The Fed said the Red Hot Chili Peppers are going to come out with a new album to try to get the stock market up. All hands on deck, all right? So that's why I got the Powerade here. I got the Powerade.
This guy is a writer for I Think You Should Leave.
All fucking day. Guys, we're handing out homemade Powerade, trying to get the markets back up. Everybody knows that one thing that the Powerade does is it gets everything more aggressive. It gets everybody more fucking jacked up. Handing out free homemade Powerade if you want some homemade Powerade. Homemade Powerade. We got to open up the Red Hot Chili Pepper markets. We got to open up.
His wife
we got to open
is
up
on
the
SNL.
Revolver markets. We got to get alternative rock from 2003 back up.
Ada Bryant or whatever.
Sir, we're handing out homemade Powerade. I made some homemade Powerade. I'm trying to get the stock market back up. Your stockbroker? Powerade up, guys. We gotta fucking do this. We cannot be fucking around. This is game time. Please. Jeremy's spoken. Give it away now. Yeah, come on. You guys gotta.
R.I.P. Would have been 46. It's crazy.
Well, it fucking happened. That's right. Antifa took over my local Burger King. Go ahead, have a look for yourself. That's right. I got done with a long, hard day with my job as a security guard at a tanning salon. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. I earned it. I'm going to go down to my local Burger King and I'm going to try these brand new Burger King Hush Puppies that I've been hearing so much about. So extra crispy and wet ones. So I got on my fucking mountain bike and I rode down here. And I went down to the fucking local Burger King, and what did I find? A horde of Antifa, about 50 Antifa members, all stormed the Burger King at the same time. And they got inside of there, and they started having a pansexual orgy. And they had taken it over, and they called it the orgy state of Burger King. If I had a wife, if I had a child, I would be so mad right now. I'd be coming home and screaming at them. This just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. Why is Burger King being systematically targeted by Antifa? And guess what I saw? Look what I see right here. That is, what is that? That's a pickle. Huh. There's a pickle there. There's a pickle. There's a pickle. I'm gonna follow the trail of pickles and see where it leads.
I'm so glad someone's finally doing this shit, dude. I'm so fucking sick of it. All the Burger Kings are gone.
Interesting that all the fucking pickles lead to McDonald's. It's almost like McDonald's went down and shut down that fucking Burger King, my local Burger King. I called the police station. I begged them, go down to the McDonald's and arrest the Antifa. And they said, we can't do that. There is no proof of that. And I said, the pickle trail. And they did not believe me. They did not believe me.
Pickle juice.
I'm going inside this fucking McDonald's and I'm going to confront the Antifa fuckers that are working inside there. I've had it up to here, and I'm going inside there, and I'm going to say, how fucking dare you? Salt is good for you, buddy. Yes.
It's an element, dude. They're going to listen to everything we're saying, and
It's
they're
an
going to
element,
know
dude.
what we do, where we eat, who we are, why we are part of this. You want to fucking go? We're going to find out.
How the fuck do I know you're not Antifa, you motherfucker?
I worked at Party City. You ever been there?
Yeah.
Okay. They fucking eat babies in the back of there.
What are you
okay?
fucking talking
Dude,
about?
They eat. Stop. Listen. They want to eat.
What are you talking about?
Junior manager. I said, sure. They give me a baby. They said, this is first test. Eat it. I said, no. No, I'm not gonna eat a baby. My daughter, beautiful. She's 6 years old. She weighs 230 pounds. They took her away from me because they said she's too heavy. I don't think so. The kid's healthy. It can run. It sweats. It's fine.
6 years old, 236 pounds.
All right. Close your mouth. Stop.
Invert!
I can't believe I got a problem.
Yeah.
We just gotta give everybody. We gotta give everyone that love.
Okay, so if you guys go right here, another pile of free pulled pork. You go ahead.
Free pulled pork.
Leave it there. What's up, guys? It's me, your boy Mike, and I'm out here in the Wisconsin Dells, and I'm about to show you the top 10 places to get free pulled pork patties inside of haunted houses. Let's go. I'm the world's biggest haunted house aficionado. I love haunted houses. I love getting scared inside of them. And you know what they say in the Bible? That being scared is being alive.
Every time they turn the lights down.
fucking scared in them. Imagine if Connor O'Malley does a video with the carpetbagger.
Check this out right here. See?
Go to a haunted house together.
They lay out free pulled pork. They lay out free pulled pork right here so you guys can go ahead and eat it. It's a delicacy inside of a haunted house in Wisconsin Dells. This is my number 9 spot, the upside down White House. This is basically what I think politics is. What this place is right here is politics. And excuse me, dude. Excuse me. Why the fuck are you videoing me? Why the fuck are you videoing me? Why the fuck are you videoing me? What the fuck are you doing? What do you want? What do you want? Your friend. What do you mean your fucking friend? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Listen.
Why the fuck are you videoing me? And tell me, give me the truth, because if you don't, I'll put you in fucking heaven with my fists.
Hey.
What?
I'm a journalist.
What?
I'm an Instagram journalist from Silver Lake, Los Angeles.
Like computer news?
Exactly, like computer news. I just came to Wisconsin Dells to find real people like you.
You want some real shit?
I want real shit.
You want some real shit? Check this out.
Exactly.
Dude, I've been looking for someone like you for a long motherfucking time. I'll tell you that.
In 2021, I traveled to Wisconsin's entertainment capital, the Wisconsin Dells, to listen to real Americans tell their stories.
Go ask me about my life, dude. I'll tell you anything.
What's your mom like, man?
Basically, my mom is like a paintball gun that's pointed at my head 24/7. And my daddy was an angel, and I came down to heaven, and I am a gorilla. Watch out of the Sahara hills. Yeah, I was an ex-alcoholic. My name's Mike, and I love vacations. I want to be on vacation every day. I only drink on the weekends, and the weekends actually start on Thursday for me because Thursday is my Friday. I'm getting signed by Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm inside, I'm a Greek god, but I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, I got signed by Ripley's Believe It or Not.
What?
What do you think about the real White House?
Oh, basically, did you see that movie Independence Day?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't think they went far enough. I don't mean to get too political right now, but if I did see Moby on the street, I would fucking kill him. You don't want to eat fucking meat? Fuck you, bitch. I don't fucking like that shit, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, drink that piss, man. This is beautiful. Yeah, keep going.
Fucking Moby.
My life is insane. Oh my god, imagine this was Carmen Electra. Carmen Electra. Carmen Electra. I want to show you something.
What's that?
You like it?
It's not exactly what I'm into.
What?
What?
I'm not really into that.
This is my bed.
Yeah, man.
You will never forget. Oh, I'm making love with me. Dude, you gotta stay here. You gotta stay here tonight with me. Dude, check this out. I gotta show you something in here.
Yeah, what's in here?
Check this
You
out.
gotta stay here tonight, man.
Come in here, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up in here?
I don't know. Check. Now you just can't leave. You ever see that movie?
You're kidding.
Have you ever seen that movie?
What movie? I don't know.
Now you just can't leave. Bronx Tale. How come you don't like Iron Man?
I just never seen it.
You've never seen it?
Yeah, maybe people don't watch that in LA.
That's where it's made.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I read too many
That's
books.
where it's made.
No, dude, come on. Hey, you gotta stay tonight. Will you stay?
I'm gonna probably stay in my hotel. Books.
Are you scared right now?
He loves this 3D camera. It's pretty sick, man. Just one more show.
What do you want? I'm gonna change. What do you got?
You gotta do that every time you hear this song now. This is that 3D camera. I don't know. It's sick. One of the movies or videos he made that got removed from YouTube, he made with Alan Resnick.
I was late. I'm sorry. Give me the
He like shits in the beginning of the video, but if you like Alan Resnick, he works with Connor sometimes.
What do you want me to do?
They got their collabs. They're pretty good.
Oh my God.
This is your business.
Oh my God. All right, thanks a lot. I'll pick him up. You better not have been showing him faces of death.
Put him in his car seat.
Shut up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Stay tuned for my next video. Top 10 places to find pulled pork patties inside a DSW shoe warehouse.
He does a really good stand-up too. He had like this whole AI thing they were talking about. It's a pretty cool like lampoon of AI. If you ever get a chance to see him live, I would really, really recommend it. If you enjoy that at all, it was like one of the best stand-ups I've ever been to. He like has like a whole like setup. It's sick.
It's me, Connor O'Malley, 30-year-old man having fun on the BQE and going the opposite way on the highway because I'm a part of the Minion Squad. Oh! Minion Squad! Minion Squad! Minion Squad, Chase Bank! Minion Squad, go girl! It looks like I might be able to get on the BQE today, guys. On the BQE, have the time of my life. The highway is actually a pretty freaking safe place to be. Chase Bank's got the best app around. You can download different ringtones on it, and I met my wife on the Chase Bank app. I work for the highway system. I'm a part of the Minion Squad. We're trying to. I'll walk with you. We're trying to spread awareness of the highway through Minion Squads. So if you and your family want to come out this weekend, we're shutting down the whole BQE. We're gonna have minions up here. It's gonna be fucking nuts, dude. Yellow Xterras and shit. Email me at minionsquadleader@gmail.com. We're having a big meetup this weekend down at the World Trade Center Memorial. All the Minion Squad guys were going to be in Minion Squad shirts, and ladies, because Minions ladies be ladies too. Muslims, Christians are part of the Minion Squad. Jewish people are part of the Minion Squad. Part of the Minion Squad, it's me and my dad. I like when the horns be popping off on the highway. Y'all heard about the freaking Minion
Ball
Squad?
of goof
Come on.
joined.
American highway system is one of the safest highways in the world.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out once again.